So I was on Facebook one day and I got a message from this man right here.
And I mean, it worked. So in March of 2014, I proposed to her.
We had our ceremony in December and he got on the ship and went off to Japan. And about first 2.5 years of our marriage, he was overseas, and we probably got to see each other maybe a week out of each year.
In about 2017, I got stationed in Fort Sam Houston, Texas, and that was the first year that we actually got to be married. We went through trying times that first year of living together. She had hip reconstruction and a knee reconstruction. And during the same time, we ended up finding out that I had a rare genetic disorder that didn't allow me to have children at all.
Once we went through a process of grieving and healing from not being able to have children, we decided to look into foster care. It had been something that had been on my heart since a really young age.
We didn't have family in San Antonio, so we started looking at moving back to Georgia. And one thing after another, it just kept on lining up. We ended up selling our house in San Antonio, moved to Georgia on a whim, and we ended up just falling into place, and we started our careers in Georgia.
We really wanted to be in a community that was similar to what we had back in Texas with our church. I had gone to Westridge as a teenager, and I just talked with Andrew about let's go back to Westridge, see what's going on.
It was probably the first or second Sunday that we actually went that Westridge actually announced that it was partnering with WinShape. There was no such thing as a coincidence. It was meant to be. So we started praying about it even more, and we decided together that we were going to do this.
So our preferences were set at the time for age 3 to 10 and only one child. And it was probably a few weeks in that I just kept feeling God put on my heart that we do not need to fear. We're already open for 2. We have 2 bedrooms, and we went to our case manager, and that same day that she was like, okay, I'll go ahead and submit you guys for 2 children, WinShape got the call that there was 2 children that were being emergency removed and that needed a home. And within a matter of a few hours, those girls were in our home.
The children came to our home with just a bag of snacks. So we ended up starting from nothing with them. And right away, the support of donations of clothes, our neighbors supporting us, our small group ended up helping us right away.
It was just a lot of emotions. We got a brief overview of what the girls have been through. There was a lot to work through, a lot of healing to take place. And it was a matter of just meeting them where they were, being that hand for them to hold in the moments where they wanted to hide, meeting them in their hiding spots. Again, this was all new to us, but because of WinShape and their guidance, it made it a lot less scary. We've received so much assistance with whether it's counseling services for us or for the children in our care. They really have a lot of resources.
Our whole purpose in doing this is so that we're not only a resource to the girls, that we're a resource for the parents too. We made it a purpose that each night before they go to bed, they pray that their parents get the help that they need for God to reunify them together so that they could be together again.
My hope is that when that happens, that we'll both be able to look back and realize that we played a really pivotal part in their lives, showing them God's love, helping them heal, and for them to just come to know who Jesus is. That's why we do what we do.